class. So next topic is the need for the big data analytics. Why we are in requirement of big data analytics? We'll explain some more examples. Yes, we need in big data as we are collecting the large amount of data. For that part also we are, but there are some more reasons why we are in need of the big data analytics. We are explaining here one example. The example says that in Italy there is a crime rate which is getting incremented day by day. So for that part, what the police had asked to the software people, to the computer people, to the data analyst people, that please give me some software or please define me some method with the help of which we can have the prediction, or we can have the previous data, or we can have the not the previous data, but we can have the future data prediction that where the crime can occur. So for that identification of that part, the data analyst said, or the software person said, that we have to do the analysis of my data from which we can predict where the crime is getting more and more. By having the collection of data, the crime rates of the data, the time duration, and the area location, all these attributes, all these data tables, it has been collected by the data analyst, and the analysis has been done around at which time more and more crime is occurring, in which area it has been occurring, and with that prediction, the police can get alerted that now the crime can occur during, for example, talking about the official hours, as the people are more on the roads or more in the buses or more in the cars. At that time, the crime rate can get increased. So that duration, what the police can do is that the police can inform to the local police people, to the people who to the police cars which are residing on the roads, to be alert. And yes, by having these prediction methods, by having that analysis of the data, the previous data which was coming, a lot of crime rate get reduced. The police get easily get information that now where crime can occur, where is the crime scene, which is the most high scene, which is where crime can occur. So the police get alerted about that thing, and yes, the crime rate get reduced. So it says that it was not an Italy case, it's a New York Police Department which has been utilizing data patterns, scientific analysis and technological tools to prevent the occurrence of the crime. So data analytics not only have the handling of the storage of the data, but yes, it can do the predictions of the data, and with the help of that prediction, the future prediction, easily life saves can be done, or the crime rates can be reduced. So next example is the optimizing business operations by analyzing customer behavior. Yes, by having the customer behavior analysis, we can have the increments in my business. So it says that, for example, if I'm working on an Amazon, I'm working on the Amazon site, and I'm clicking on my data, or I'm clicking on the data as I want to purchase. For example, I want to purchase I want to purchase a shoe pair for me, and for the shoes pair, I will move on to the Amazon. I will go on to the columns where the shoes has been available. On single click, on each and every click, each and every movement of my clicks will get stored, and every click information will have the analysis, and on the behalf of that analysis, the information will further be provided for more and more usage of the data, for more and more, maybe if I'm selecting the white color shoes, more different companies can come below my system by showing the representation, by giving the more examples of that shoes. Did you getting my point? So means, think about the smartness of the data analytics. Within a minute, within a seconds, how the analysis of the customer behavior has been done, and frequently the information has been collected, then the analyzed, and the details has been fetched, and yes, on the behalf of that, the pattern matching has been done, and further information is provided to the customer on a single clicks of the data. So it says that analyzing all the clicks of every visitor on a website, studying the parts leading them to buy products, customer satisfaction. Yes, for Amazon uses customer clickstream data, historical purchase data of more than 300 million customers, and each user is shown customized results on customized web pages. So think about the smartness of the data analyst. How actively the software, the tools has been working for analyzing of our data. Now coming on to the next example, that is the cost reduction. There is an example of an hospital, which is a Parkland hospital, which uses analytics for the future prediction. For the prediction part, if I talk about, what happens is that generally, for example, if I talk about this COVID situation, the general symptoms of the COVID is if you are having fever, if you are having sneezing, or you're not feeling well, you're having cough in your throat. They are the major they are the symptoms for the COVID situation. So what people is doing, that whenever they are getting attacked with all these symptoms, they frequently went to the hospital and get admitted, and then get quarantine. So what is happening is that the people who are seriously suffering from the COVID, they are not able to get the beds. And yes, the customer, or not the customer, the patient, if it is not having the COVID itself, it is also get admitting, and their the perks, or their not the perks, their money is getting wastage, as they are not affected by the COVID situation. So what Parkland Hospital has done, they started having the predictions on the symptoms or on the previous history of the patients. On the behalf of that, they can easily predict that how much seriousness of the disease is present in that patient. So the Parkland reduced 30-day readmissions for patients with heart failures by 31%. 31% is a very, very big data, beta. Think about 31% of the patients is now not getting admitted frequently because they are not having the symptoms of the seriousness of the disease. Some things can be done at home only. If you're having a simple symptoms, you can easily get quarantine at your home. But if you are having a serious symptoms of the COVID, yes, you have to get admitted in the hospital. Same in case in terms of the Parkland Hospital. By having the heart rate, by having the BP, by having the sugar, all these things can get measured at the home, and yes, the prediction can be done that the patient is serious or not. So this is also big data analytics. By having the previous history, the past history, the current data analytics, all these combinations will give you the proper solution of the patient. Now the fourth comes under that is the next generation products. The next generation products are, for example, the big data tools are used to operate Google self-driving cars. The Toyota Prius is fitted with GPS as well as the powerful computers and sensors to safely drive on the road without the intervention of the human beings. Without having the human, you can easily have the movement of the data. So how big data analytics work? Without the human, we can only have the movement of the day or movement of the car with the help of the cameras, the GPS available in the car. Think the Netflix scenario. All of you are using the Netflix, and on the Netflix you can easily access whatever views you want to, whatever serials you want to watch, or whatever seasons, or whatever we can say web series you want to watch. You can easily get seen through the Netflix, as you're all, I think most of the classes are using the Netflix. And yes, it was a previous time, वो पहले का time था कि हाँ हम we were waiting for a serial कि अच्छा इतने बजे ये serial आएगा, इतने बजे वो serial आएगा. But now, on the behalf of your interest, you can easily watch your web series on the Netflix. Now coming on to the next example, in the next generation products, that is your yoga mats. Talking about the yoga mats, yes. Simply, a smart yoga mat has sensors embedded in the mat, will be able to provide feedback on your postures, scores your practices, and even guide you through an at-home practice. So think, if your posture is not correct, your the setting of this mat is available in your mobile phone. You will having an app in your mobile phone of this mat, and you will get the information that you are working on the right posture or not, how much pressure you have to apply on the mat, which movement you are doing correct or which movement you are not working correct. All the sensors will get capture your body postures data, and it will move on to your mobile phone, and that mobile phone data, the app will provide you solutions, whatever things is getting wrong or correct or incorrect. So it is basically like a yoga instructor. The mat is dealing like a yoga instructor. So again, think the smartness of the big data analytics. Now coming on to the stages in big data analytics. If I talk about the stages, yes, first stage is the identification of the problem. We have to first identify the problem on which we have to work out. Then we have to design the data requirements. Whatever data we need, we have to identify that data. Then we have to do the pre-processing of the data. For example, the data cleaning is to be done properly. Data cleaning, or we can say the combination of all the data, for example the structured, the unstructured, the semi-structured, we have to maintain in a single structured data by which we can have the analytics on that data properly. Then we have to performing the analytics of our data. Yes, we have to apply some methodologies on that data, or the techniques or the tools we have to apply for doing my analysis. And after the analysis part, we have to use the visualization of my data. That is, the visualization means The data is captured, the data has been analyzed, but now you have to visualize with the help of the graph, the pie charts, the bar charts, with the help of which we can have the easily prediction of my data or easily utilization of the data. Now coming on to the types of big data analytics, talking about the types of big data analytics, basically we are having the descriptive analytics, the predictive analytics, the prescriptive analysis, and the diagnostic analysis. What is descriptive analytics? Descriptive analysis is basically the description of my data. For example, the Google Analytics tool is the best example for descriptive analytics. A business gets results from the web server through the tool, which help understand what actually happened in the past and validate if a promotional campaign was successful or not based on the basic parameter page views. Next is the predictive analytics. So we're talking about the predictive, that means the prediction on my data. The example here says that the Southwest Airlines analyzes census data on their planes in order to identify patterns that indicates the potential malfunction, thus allowing the airlines to be necessary repairs before it schedules. With the help of the prediction, it can easily identify that the failure, where the failure can be occurred. So and it can be resolved without having the failure of that space. So next is the prescriptive analytics. What is prescriptive analytics? It is just like a prescription where the doctor is providing the prescription to the patient. It is just like that. So Google self-driving cars is a perfect example of prescriptive analytics. It analyzes the environment and decides the direction to take based on the data. That is a good example of the prescriptive analytics. Then coming on to the diagnostic analysis. The diagnostic analysis, as a diagnosis of the data has been done. For example, the social media, on each and every, the posts, the mentions, the followers, the fans, the page views, the reviews, the pins, etc., and analyze the failures and success rate of the campaign at a fundamental level. That is an example of a software marketing campaign. With the help of software marketing campaign and having use of each and every point, the posts, the views, the reviews, each and every point details is been gathered, the diagnosed, and the solution can be provided on the behalf of that data. So what are domains for using the big data analytics? There are a number of domains, for example, the healthcare, the telecom, the insurance, the government, the finance, the automobile, the education, and the retail. That's it in this class. Thank you so much to all of you.